君がいいんだ。君でなければダメなんだ。
So, my friends, if you can't tell by puffy eyes and red nose, I just got done watching episode number 12 of 𝐜𝐡's magic power is omnipotent. And, you know, I've never shied away from saying, like, this show isn't perfect, okay? Like, the show isn't perfect, and there's a lot of nitpicks that I had. Even with this last episode, there's a few, like, little nitpicks that I had. But ultimately, it's like, on my enjoyment scale, the reality is this hits a 10 for, like, my enjoyment. And one of the things I think is so powerful in anime, media, shows, video games, whatever it is after you end up spending so much time with a character that you really love, whether you're, like, reading a light novel, whether you're reading a book, you know, reading a manga, playing a video game, watching an anime, and you spend so much time with, like, a specific character, and you kind of see, like, you see them grow and you see them get to a certain place. And, you know, at the end of this show, or at the end of this episode, they hit with the fiend, you know, like, finished. And it was just an emotional time. And it was just so awesome to see, I guess you could say, happiness befall your character that you really love, you know? And maybe there's certain things, maybe it's not always happiness. Maybe it's you journey with them and they beat the bad guy or the demon king, or they overcome some kind of, you know, crazy obstacle in their life, or they do XYZ, right? Fill in the blank, fill in the blank, fill in the blank. And, you know, seeing that actually just come to fruition is just emotional and it's powerful. And to take it a step further is when that peak of moment that the show or the character, you know, whatever it is, hits that peak, you know, the very next thing is like, okay, how well did they deliver on it? And, you know, in this episode, like, they over delivered, I thought. And the emotional dialogue, the emotion that was conveyed from Hawk to you know, to say, of both being unsure, you know, and Hawk admitting to himself, like, you know, he's a coward and, you know, he's a weakling, and he can't hold it anymore. Like, he's jealous and he can't take his time, and, you know, he treasures her so much and treasures her feelings, and he wants to be very conscious of that she might need more time, but he can't give her anymore. He needs to, his feelings need to explode. And he does it, and he was like, you know, love you, marry you, all that stuff. But I think the most impactful line that he hit, and you know, for those out there who, you know, you have somebody who you cherish in that light, and for those that don't, you know, I hope you do one day, you know. But for those of you that do have that, you know, other person who you kind of hold in that regard, the same way that Hawk looked at Say and stuff like that. You know, when he says, like, it has to be you, like, it's just such a powerful line. And it's true. Like, when you think about your life and stuff, like, you know, a lot of people have different experiences. There's a lot of different experiences out there. But when it comes to that kind of, like, impactful, powerful love, like, it's true. Like, there's only one other person. Like, it has to be you. And I was like, wow, it's just such a powerful thing. And she, you know, on Say's side is like, she lived a recluse life, and you know, she admitted this episode herself, like, you know, I still have, like, the kind of romantic mental capacity of a middle schooler, and you know, she just never got to experience that stuff. So she's so infantile when it comes to the romance side, you know, and she's so when she sees herself in the mirror, she doesn't see, like, this, like, 10 out of 10 walking beauty. She sees her and all the ugliness and whatever else comes with it. And when she, you know, when she told Hawk, you know, at the end of, like, you know, but am I good enough? I was like, wow, that line hits, you know, really well too, because it really hits the emotion well too. Cause, like, I think we've all had that moment where maybe you're getting something, maybe you're, being accepted by something or someone. Maybe it was a moment like this, and I think everyone has thought, like, am I good enough? And no matter what you do in life, you're gonna think probably that more than once, right? And it's, again, just a powerful line. And he affirms it with her of like, you're not. It's like you're not just good enough. Like you are enough. Like you are like the one. Like you, it has to be you. Oh, it's just so good. So I definitely had though that emotional moment. It resonated with every part of my being. It resonated with me even more because like I have that person, and I feel that same way today as I did, 10 plus years ago. It's like it has to be you. When you look across the room, like it's you, and it's just such a powerful thing. So, anyways, I'm gonna get caught up in a bunch of feels and stuff. But this, seeing this come to a close, there's very few anime that I really resonate like a lot with, and Say was definitely one of them. The bookworm anime, when that ends up ending, I know I'm gonna bawl my eyes out too. I've already bawled my eyes out in this show, in that show, and it's so powerful when writing, direction, and voice acting and everything, all comes into play, and the Saint's power is love. So, anyways, guys, I love this show. I love the ending. I thought it was beautiful. So any negative things I had to say, I'm gonna just keep those to myself because I don't want to ruin the amazingness that this episode was. I do have nitpicks. I do have things that I don't think it was perfect, but most perfect things are imperfect. So I'll leave you guys on that thought there. Anyways, appreciate you guys being with me all season long. I'll see you guys in the winter for a whole ton of new anime and returning anime. Have a great weekend. Merry Christmas. Peace.